Hey, it's Robert Hunt checking in again with everyone at ERW. I want to talk about three things today. I want to talk about being a follower versus a leader. I want to talk about our emotional intelligence, refer back to our first session, and I want to follow up on the water line that we created last time we were together. Let's start with the idea of follower versus leader. In our companies, we all have the opportunity to play both roles really well. It takes an effective follower to affirm the leader in the work that they're doing. And I think we have to practice the skill of both. Even as a leader, depending on what role you play, you're still following someone. We're always following someone. And the model we set by how we follow sets the tone for the other followers. So if you're a lead in a department, people are following you. And how you follow things that the organization has structured, it sets the tone for how other people will follow you. If you're not a good follower, you're not creating good followers. Now, we want everyone to be a leader, but leaders are always following. We're following as how we learn from one another. Just because I have the title that puts me as the most senior person on my team, it doesn't mean I don't listen to other people and learn from them. We're constantly learning. Our ability to be aware of the needs of others, to take input from people on our team, to humbly look at a situation and consider what's best for the whole organization, not just what's best for me. And our ability to follow the things that we put together as an organization sets the tone for how everyone else looks at those things. So I want to encourage you today, if you're struggling to be open and humble enough to take input from your team and to follow some of the things that they would suggest or that you would learn from them, or even to follow the things that corporate is creating to unify us and bring us together. If you're struggling with that role as a follower, call me, let's talk. And the way that you model it for everyone else will enable them to be great followers who lead other people. There's a synergy there. It may sound odd, but I can talk to you more about it when we get together next time. But if you don't want to wait, call me anytime. You have my information. So there's followers and leaders who are all being great leaders together. The other part of the conversation is the emotional intelligence. In order for us to effectively listen and learn from each other, we have to have emotional intelligence. It's your EIQ or EQ as they call it. And so you have the report, the DISC assessment that we did. The second half of that is the EQ. Take some time this week and go back and read that. Look at some of the areas where you could improve your emotional intelligence. And be aware that there's four areas. It's understanding your emotions and controlling your emotions. It's understanding the emotions of others and determining how to respond to their emotions so you help them with their emotions. You can't control their emotions, but you can respond to them in a way that brings the best out of them. So go back and look at your EQ section of your DISC assessment. Take some time to look at that and read it and think, how am I doing to be emotionally strong in how I lead my team? Where are my weaknesses? Where are areas to improve? That whole report has great tools for you to use to develop your emotional intelligence. Your EQ is a huge tool for you to be a great follower and a great leader. And those tools allow you the opportunity to continue to refine your leadership skills. So take some time, go look at that today. The last thing is about the water line. Y'all did a great job creating the water line we were together last time. If you remember, it's our vision, our mission, the core values that we are focused on, how we do things, and then the goals and policies for the year that we want to focus on. This document, this one-page document, is a tool to assist everyone in the company, regardless of the team they're on or the role they play. It does not negate any of the current policies and procedures we've established. It's just a tool to help you define or guide you in using those policies and procedures when there's some questions. If you're frustrated with people constantly coming back and asking you something they should already be able to make a decision on their own, this water line is created to help with that. We have policies and procedures for each department on how we do our job. This water line is that extra tool that says, well, when I look at the policies and procedures and it doesn't say clearly what I do here, I look at the water line and that gives me guidance to say, well, what is our vision? What do we want to be like? What's our mission? What are we trying? How do our core values describe this? Is there something in our core values that would tell me how I could respond to this situation? And then knowing our goals for this year, which is almost over, but we're still in there, and our policies that we're trying to adhere to and stay focused on, I should be able to make a decision of anything I want to do in the company without checking with somebody else. The policies and procedures for each department are the core starting point, and the water line is that tool to give them extra guidance when there's a lack of clarity in some area. So it doesn't replace anything that's already out there. And it doesn't have to be a unique water line for each team. Each team, all of us follow the same exact water line when it comes to getting more guidance and clarity on how we do our job. We're looking to empower everybody to own their job and to be responsible and make quick decisions and be efficient. And that's the purpose of the water line. So if you still need more guidance in the water line, how to use it, how to teach it, I'd be happy to set up a Zoom call with your team and walk them through it, or to spend more time with you to help you get better clarity of that. So we've got a few weeks ahead of us before we get together again. It's actually quite a few weeks, almost 2 months. So I just want to keep on top of this. If you get stuck, you can reach out to me anytime. Hopefully this encourages you to continue to press on building the awesome team that you're working on today. Talk to you soon.